Praise him with timbrel and dance, praise him with strings and pipe. Psalm 150, verse 4. For this installment of Musical Mondays, I am speaking to you from the choir loft at St. James Cathedral. I'm here at the organ console where we play for liturgies, and I thought I would talk a little bit about the role of the organ in worship. It's a very big topic, and I can only do so much in this short video, but I wanted to give you a little bit of historical context about the organ and show you a little bit about what it can do. The organ is actually older than Christianity itself. It was invented in Greece in the 3rd century BC, and the organ was primarily used for the first millennium at sporting events in big arenas. The organs of that time were called hydrolyses, and they were powered by water, actually. So in a sense, the organ that you hear at Wrigley Field is one of the most historical organs, because that's the same sort of role it would have been playing back in the ancient Roman Empire. The Byzantine Empire maintained the use of the organ for ceremonial purposes for the next several centuries after the fall of the Roman Empire. And the organ wasn't really brought to Western Europe until Charlemagne heard an organ in the Byzantine Empire and demanded that one be built for his castle at Aachen. From there, the organ grew in popularity and was installed in cathedrals and churches and monasteries throughout Western Europe. For several centuries, it was still forbidden to use instruments in an act of worship. So these organs were primarily used for processions and other sort of ceremonial purposes outside of an actual liturgy. Gradually, the benefits of the organ were seen, and the organ was incorporated more and more into worship services themselves. The organ just has so many wonderful ways of enhancing music making in the context of worship. For one thing, there's a huge variety of sounds that really can only be rivaled by an orchestra itself. We have the basic sort of organ sound, which is called organoplano. We have flutes. We have strings. We have trumpets. And really anything in between. Plus we can take all of those sounds and combine them into one unique timbre. So a single organist can create a huge variety of dynamics and emotional responses in the context of a liturgy. The organ is also excellent at leading congregational singing. This is because the organ has a sustain of sound that no other instrument really has. If I were to hold a note on the organ, it would sound at exactly the same volume as long as I hold the key. I could hold that key forever and ever, and it would not change at all in volume. This is really helpful for leading congregational singing because it provides the strength and the dynamic to lead a huge group of people, but it also encourages a good way of singing in a legato, sustained fashion in a way that perhaps the piano is not as helpful at. This sustain of the sound is also a theological aspect of the organ that makes it work really well for worship services. It's kind of a sonic vision of eternity itself. I could hold that note forever and ever if I just left my finger on the key. So it gives us a sense of God's grandeur and the eternity of what we're doing in worship. I know, at least to me, the organ sounds like church. And so I love being able to lift up everyone's spirits in worship with the way that I play it.